All right, man. I found this interesting article. Shout out to my guy from Philly. He sent it to me about Tszyu and Bud. Otherwise, I probably would have never seen it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video. No, he wants that fight. Big twist. 38 million. Tszyu feud with Saudi billionaire. All right. So it says it's not wasting no time. Tszyu team will reopen negotiations with the most powerful man in boxing if he claims the IBF super welterweight title. Convinced Saudi billionaire Turki Al-Sheikh still wants a $38 million blockbuster with Terence Crawford. On the eve of Tszyu's second straight U.S. world title blockbuster, No Limit promoter George Rose has revealed a $38 million showtime between Australia's poster boy and American megastar. Crawford will immediately go onto the table after his client becomes the first man to defeat Russia's IBF king Bakram Murtavelli, I don't know how to pronounce that, on Sunday, October 20th. So is that this weekend? Yep. Speaking with Fox Sports Australia this week, Rose suggests Tszyu will not only become the name in the super welterweight division after defeating Murtavelli, but stressed his bloody road back to the title means a blockbuster showdown between the two is now more lucrative than when talks between the camps first started years ago. And that's the problem. All these dudes want to hold out for money. All they want is money, 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 money. But it is what it is. It was in his best interest to wait anyway. Bud is older. He's still getting better. Rose added the fight would also change the world title landscape forever because it's going to be the day Tszyu ends Terence Crawford legacy. And I felt like if you felt like he was going to end that legacy, you know what I'm saying? I felt like if he really felt like he was going to end that legacy, you know, they would have already fought, in my opinion. They already would have fought. You know, why wait for stardom when you can go snatch it? Money gonna be there. And it is for all the reasons that the promoter is confident in smoothing things over with his excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, who, apart from the business, huge interest in Bud Crawford, claimed only 2 months ago he was no longer working with Team Tszyu, as the fighter doesn't understand how things work. He just didn't want to fight. Rose said a win over Murtavelli would see talks immediately reopen. Crawford fight already priced at $38 million, while also guarantee the world #1 fighter the type of big payday he's craving. When Tszyu wins the IBF title, he becomes the name in the division. Rose said, and I know we know Crawford wants that fight. Tim just needs a belt because once Tszyu has the second world title, it takes him to the top of every conversation in the division. In a division where right now there are so many guys chasing greatness, fighters like Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Tszyu, all these guys are looking for world titles to create history. Plus, when Tszyu wins the next fight, Crawford is going to see all the hype that accompanies it. He'll see a spotlight on Tszyu. He'll hear everyone talking about it. Soon after Tszyu wins the belt, the talks increase. I don't even think anybody cares that dude fighting over here, man. He fighting at the at Disneyland or some shit like that. So I don't really think nobody really actually cared. But yeah, nonetheless, that is what it is. They feel like this gonna take old buddy to the top. And it very may well take him to the top. But honestly speaking, hey, then you gotta wonder why them Bud just snatched that belt. But for the most part, Earl Spence that belt may still be on the line. Yeah, that belt still may be on the line for Spence and Terence Crawford and Tszyu. They gonna fight next. So yeah, that belt may very well be on the line because if Earl Spence don't get ranked, they gonna take that belt away. Look at his time. Look at the time of those quotes. Tszyu wasn't going to be Crawford's next fight because we already had a fight locked in. Let me tell you this. He was supposed to fight. He could have fought Bud right around the time he fought, Keith Thurman, or eventually it became Fondor. He could have fought him then. But they promised him Earl Spence. So even if he had got past that Fondor situation, they was gonna turn around and make the Earl Spence fight. They was gonna make the Earl Spence fight. I'm telling you that right now. They were gonna make the Earl Spence fight. That's exactly what was about to happen. They were gonna make that Earl Spence fight. You know, they were gonna make that Errol Spence fight. So, you know, that's just what it was. They's gonna make that Errol Spence fight, and you know, so be it. So be it. So that's really what they was planning on doing. So they was in talks to make Spence. So you know that is what it is. But that's what they was on. They be lying like a motherfucker. We made it clear right now. Tim Tszyu is fighting for the IBF world title is the best thing for him to do, but that doesn't mean we don't want the Terence Crawford fight. We want Crawford. We absolutely want everybody in there, and we'll work with everybody. We'll work with Crawford and his team, and it's a day that we look forward to because it's going to be the day Tim Tszyu and Terence Crawford legacy pushed on working with Alex Sheik. Rose continue. He said he wants to make boxing biggest fights, and we'll be doing that. And now Tim Tszyu is set to become the big fight at 154-pound division, which makes him a fight Crawford wants, and that's why he become boxing's pound for pound king because he continually takes the toughest test. And we know Tim Tszyu is a massive challenge. While initial estimate put Tszyu and Crawford on 38 million, 25 million USD. I mean, yeah. Rose suggests that the Australia growing profile stateside, thanks largely to the Bloody Fondor Award, would only make him a bigger payday. So, while Tszyu, fights represents a huge risk for Crawford, the promoter continued. Now the money will be right. It may all make sense, and Tim Tszyu is now that guy. People are drawn to him. If this nigga lose, I'ma laugh. He's gaining new fans with every fight in America. Box riders, they love him. Everyone wants a piece of him. No Diddy. And he's only going to win more fans with more belts and attract even bigger price tag. But the longer anyone waits, the bigger the risk Tim will be. That's why I think those discussions with Crawford only increase as soon as Tim wins the world title. So, I mean, shit, it is what it is. Hold on real quick because they showing highlights at the bottom. So, let me hold on. See if there's anything else being said. And that's it. I mean, Al might jump in there and promise him the Fondor rematch. I don't think they're going to fight. It's a lot of money to turn down. But Al might try to jump in there. Maybe Al pocket's not deep enough. He may try to jump in there and be like, yeah, he might try to jump in there and do something. So he may try to get in there and do something. So to me, that'd be very, very interesting. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, shit, if this Crawford next move, and we know Tim Tszyu like to stay active, so it's probably gonna happen in the the first quarter of next year. But if I'm Terence Crawford, man, I want to get a fight in this year. I don't know what he be waiting around for. He just be fighting once a year, and he be waiting around. I know the Spence thing was hanging over his head and all that, but I think he need to get busy. He need to get active. You know what I'm saying? And he need to do his thing. To be honest, he needs to be more active. Yeah, he needs to be more active. But hey, maybe they got it all figured out. But yeah, this would be a good fight for him. So I mean, yeah, this would be a good fight. This would be a good fight for him, man. And maybe he could catch Bud on the right day or on the wrong day for Bud. Maybe so. Maybe he can't. So I really don't know, but you know, but that is what it is. But I think it'd be a good fight. It's good for the sport of boxing. It's good for everybody involved. I think everybody want to see it, and I still think what's gonna happen is he gonna try to fight the Spencer Crawford winner. He's still gonna try to fight the Spencer Crawford winner. So, I think he's still gonna try to fight the Spencer Crawford winner. So, that's my opinion on it. But I just know how these dudes move. They're talking, say this all to the media, and then they'll do something entirely different. That's just how they move it. They'll do something entirely different. They'll do something entirely different and say, "Oh, this, I'll fight this, that, and the third, and we'll do this and we'll do that." And then You know, when it come down to fight, they doing something totally different. You like, damn, you know, the promoter just said they was gonna do whoop-de blam and do this, that, and the third. Nope. Two different things. So, you know, yeah, they talk a big game for real. I think they're gonna turn around and fight the Spencer Fondor winner. And I think Lubin was owed like a title shot or something like that from the IBF. I could be wrong. But I already know how they moving. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcast, Spotify. Check out the Patreon. It's the first link in the description. I appreciate everybody for supporting the channel. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.